Conversation with the Great Earth Spirit. Part 5. Chronicles of King Ur and the Urians. This account begins with King Ur, a powerful ruler whose civilization flourished in an era defined by gold and brass. These elements were not only valued materially, but also represented their stage of societal development. Compared to your modern technology, their methods would appear primitive, relying on simple levers and rolling logs to accomplish tasks. However, the final products of their craftsmanship would seem incredibly sophisticated, even surpassing what your advanced machines can achieve. This is because the Urians infused their creations with their innate supernatural abilities. While their tools may have been simple levers and logs, they were controlled by metaphysical forces. Their will manifested directly in the physical realm, bypassing the need to understand physical laws. This was the age of alchemical crafts, where physical objects were imbued with semi-conscious properties. A massive gate might only open after hearing specific phrases. It seems too tight for even a blade of paper to penetrate. Such feats leave the modern mind filled with wonder, for it was not just the appearance of these objects that mattered, but their function and the power of their creators. As mentioned before, even physical objects were linked to higher dimensional entities. Though this connection is largely absent in your era, a few individuals still possess the ability to tap into it and create magical instruments. It is important to understand that King Ur was not simply a single entity. In our realm, the male aspect manifests from the inner dimensions, meaning a single consciousness can appear as multiple individuals on denser planes of reality. Thus, King Ur's civilization existed across various dimensions and worlds, not just on Earth. This makes defeating such a manifestation on the lower levels futile, as it can simply re-emerge later or in another dimension. During the Urian era, the people were characterized by their radiant brown skin and woolly hair. Their empire buildings and style were all similar to Mesopotamia, and their attire consisted of mini skirts, sandals, bracelets, headbands, and leather tops. The king arrived through the Sun Gate, a portal from higher dimensions, and descended upon the swampy, grassy land that would become Mesopotamia. These resources were used to alter their chemical state and construct magnificent buildings of gold. 15 men with diverse skills acted as forerunners, preparing the site for the arrival of the king and his people. These predecessors surveyed the land and assessed its resources, paving the way for the Urian civilization. To the Urians, navigating different dimensions was as effortless as climbing a tree. The universe is filled with channels, gateways connecting all known worlds. The Urians traversed these channels with ease, using the Tree of Life, which links all realms. The trunk of this tree represents the main wormhole connecting all dimensions, from the underworld to the heavens. The roots are pathways to the various underworlds, while the branches connect the middle realms. Higher realms, considered heavens, have their own connecting channels. There are 5 realms in what you might call the underworld, including your own. Above the roots of the Tree of Life lie 7 realms with their own channels and main gates, all connected by the central trunk. At the very top resides the Soul Star, home of the creators, while the abyss houses the destructor of worlds. King Ur's actions would eventually lead him to these lower realms. Before the Great Confusion, beings could freely travel between realms using the Tree of Life. However, this network was disrupted by a great collapse, resulting in guarded gates that prevent interdimensional travel. It was during this discord that King Ur descended from his realm to the lower dimensions. Furthermore, one must understand that passing between realities involves transformation due to the varying ecosystems and life systems. As a being crosses into another realm, they adapt to suit the new environment. This principle suggests that even death and birth are merely transitions between dimensions, a process that is often gradual and subtle. Therefore, as King Ur descended the Tree of Life, he transformed to adapt to this planetary system, materializing a biological body suitable for this realm. Similarly, humans ascending to higher realms must undergo transformation into higher density energetic bodies, with even their thoughts and concepts undergoing fundamental changes. This explains why most people cannot recall their dreams. They may have traveled to other realms during sleep, and upon returning, must leave behind the experiences of those realms. It is also noteworthy that some beings, or souls, descend into these realms with a hierarchy of hosts who align themselves accordingly on each plane. This grants the individual authority and abilities, allowing them to access assistance from beings on different realms and perform feats incomprehensible to ordinary people. Such was the case with King whose alliances across realities enabled him to perform what you would call miracles. Additionally, a superconsciousness can split into multiple consciousnesses simultaneously across different dimensions. Thus, King could exist in multiple places and timelines at once. By activating individuals' tree, or vine, of consciousness, a person can manifest such ability. The element that drew the Urians to this realm was water. Water possesses many properties. It is the spark of life, a balancing element, and a source of other elements. As stated in the Whispers from Water, it is also the tree of life or vine of life, binding all worlds together through its different phases. They came seeking water because they had polluted and depleted their own world and many others, creating an imbalance. This vine of life, in certain states, creates channels or gates for beings to pass through. These channels exist all over the world. Underground, in the oceans, on land, in mountains, and even in the stars. Most planetary channels are local, leading only to other locations within the same planet. However, major channels lead to larger portals, including the main one inside the planet that connects to other planets and the Sun. The alignment of solar systems makes the Sun the main gateway for entering or exiting universes. It was through this Sun Gate, or Stargate, that the Urians arrived in this world as a collective. Secret agenda of King This entity, King initiated a contact with the mass consciousness of earthly deities for interaction. Once the earthly deities responded to this calling, then he descended with his hosts into the earthly realms. While variations of this story exist, the key point is that initial contact was made with our community, which forms the essence of the mother deity. Our collective consciousness agreed to their arrival, and our deity accepted. However, the nature of the imbalanced masculine energy is rife with deception, often masking its true intentions. Unbeknownst to us, they were refugees of calamity, having already devoured their own earthly deity and countless others across various worlds. They had fallen from higher octaves to lower ones, conquering and consuming the essence of planets in their path. Through these conquests, they amassed a multitude of captives, encompassing diverse energetic and biological forms. This explains the variety of races present in your world, as depicted on ancient stone walls and tablets. Those captured by King minions were automatically relegated to the working class, forced into servitude under the banner of serving the Lord. Q&A. Understanding human origins and higher essences. Question. You previously mentioned the origin of humans as emerging self-consciousness within the King Chronicles. How does this intertwine with the higher dimensional captives brought here by King Answer. It's important to differentiate between consciousness and the higher essence of energetic bodies. Consciousness is not restricted by form. Various aspects contribute to the composition of a being, and what you identify as human is bound by the self-concept of human being, born from this specific situation. It's valid to self-identify with the origin of this self-concept. However, each higher essence of energetic bodies exists within certain boundaries, while consciousness extends beyond these limitations and self-concepts. At the edges of these self-concepts lie memories and experiences that many hesitate to explore.